with, the power greed teams.
Well, put on the brakes here, Hans.
I want to hear.
The bus is really...
Thank you, Dan Jackson.
I think Wisconsin must be riding a short bus or something, because a short memory bus. No, I don't believe it's cheating, and I don't believe that.
So unfair advantages are okay?
No, I'm just...
Because if one team can do it, they all should do it, right?
Right.
Okay, so do you think that they should have bowl games stripped from them because they did take an unfair advantage and they did fire their coach? Do you think that they should strip the bowl games from them to teach the rest of the league a question? You don't.
Because I believe that's socialist.
What, stripping games from somebody?
Stripping wins from people.
Even if they cheated?
And it wasn't cheating.
Let me give you an example. Okay. There was a boxing match.
Yeah.
And the trainer actually put cement in... Not finished cement, powdered cement. So as the match went on, his gloves got harder and harder and harder.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, that's kind of what happened with Ohio State, because they kept this practice up for a long time, and they kept getting these recruits that otherwise, if they didn't cheat, they wouldn't have gotten. Maybe the Bosa brothers. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So if they cheated to get those people, and those people were part of the product that produced their success, that faltered the other teams from being able to enjoy that success, what is the punishment for teams that are cheating?
I don't know. You can't take the past away from them.
So if a man goes out and has gloves, and
but
by the
that's a little different, because we're talking an individual sport.
Well, we are, but we're talking about. Do you think a team plays as a team? I mean, a team's a team, right?
A team is a team. Yeah.
So if a team is infected with greed or whatever, if their team cheated, shouldn't it affect everybody on the team? Because
I don't think so. I think that starts at the top. I think it starts with your head coach, and I think that's why we moved on from him.
So do you think that? And
I think
Ohio State's not the only one to do this. I mean, this has been going on.
No, this has been going on forever in football.
Well, let me ask you this. So, do you believe that their wins are real wins? I mean, if you have to cheat to win, it doesn't matter if it's a team sport or anything. If you cheat to win and you win and you're cheating, is it really a win?
I don't see where they cheated, though. That's where I'm trying to understand here.
Okay, if you have an unfair advantage with bringing people into your program, 5-star recruits, 4-star recruits, because you're doing something illegal, that automatically means you're stacking the deck. It's almost like you handpicking the cards that you want to play in your poker game.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other teams get the leftovers. So you pick your cards and you get them illegally. Okay. Through fraud. You got the best team. You got the team you wanted because you went outside of the box of rules.
Right.
And then the other team gets to pick over what's left. Don't you think?
I think that Ohio State handled that right. They went to him and they said, hey, why don't you? I think they went to him and told him to step down. If not, we're going to fire you. I think the university did it the right way, the only way they could really do it. Okay. You can't take it out on the kids. You can't take it out on the kids that go to college, that didn't know about this. I'm sure there's a lot of team members that did not know nothing about this when they got picked like that. Well, they didn't know the rules. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't Michigan get stripped from bowl games for the same thing?
I think so.
Okay, well, so the question is this. Fair is fair. Equality is equality. Why does Ohio State get away with it, but Michigan didn't?
Because we're better. I don't know.
You definitely are better at getting 5- and 4-star recruits. It is. It's just a question. I don't know.
I know what you're saying. It's all about character.
Right.
And it starts at the head coaching level, like I said. And he makes out the character of your team. He
does. So I want to ask you something. I'm just going to change topics here, if that's okay with you.
Oh, well, go for it.
What do you think of Washington, D.C. Bowser, mayor? Okay. Yeah. What do you think about her saying, oh, you can't dance at your weddings. You can't have a sit-down reception. You can't have a dancing reception. Dancing has been outlawed in Washington, D.C. Hey, Audrey.
Well, D.C., for one, is not a state.
No,
which is unusual, but it is part of the United States.
Right. So the mayor there
is basically trying to throw her socialist points at people that want to get married. she's dictating to them that they can't do this, they can't do that at their wedding because of what? The jab.
Okay, so here's my thing. When I first saw the story like a week ago, I was like, this has got to be made up. This, you know what I mean? And then it immediately popped in my head, the day the music died. Remember that? Well, now the day that dancing died.
Right.
You literally can get fined. All these wedding places, and they no longer can practice their trade because who wants to get married if you can't dance?
Right.
Now, what I'm saying is this, and you can agree with me, you could disagree with me. I really don't care because I'm just me.
Right.
Nobody's going to tell me if I can dance or I can't dance.
You got that right, and that's the way I feel about it.
Nobody.
Because it's socialistic to even think that you can tell me what I'm going to do with my life and how I'm going to live it.
Well, if
this whole Jabzilla thing.
Right. Well, if you take just everything, the political ideologies out of it.
Yeah.
When one person tells another person that they can't do that, and it's always out of the name of safety.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Give up freedom for a little safety. You deserve neither, right?
Right.
That really kind of makes me angry.
It does me too, because you can't tell me if I'm going to dance, I'm going to dance. If I don't want to dance, I don't want to dance. It's my prerogative, not your prerogative. Don't worry about what I do. You worry about what you do, Miss Mayor.
Right. If you want to stay away, stay away.
Yeah.
If you don't.
Yeah.
But don't pretend like you're protecting me.
Not unless you're mayoral, dictatorial.
I want to know what other people think. It is. My sister said straight out of Footloose. It is. Do you remember the kids need to dance? The kids need to,
So I take it the mayor's favorite song is I Can't Dance. You know what?
Yes.
Right.
Now you're singing that song, and I'm on the other side of that spectrum. I'm going Bowie here. And I'm saying, let's dance, take off. You know what I'm saying?
Saturday Night, what is that Saturday Night Fever song? Boom, boom, boom.
All I'm saying
is just leave us alone, man.
Leave us the hell alone.
You government officials, mayors, governors, whatever, senators.
I'm super libertarian when it comes to
this.
Leave
us alone.
Absolutely.
Leave us peacefully. Let us live our lives.
Right.
Quit. You've already hamstrung the public for 2 years, 2.5 years. I can't even. Yeah, I know. That's the new word of the day. Hamstrung.
Yeah, that's from the land of poisonous
that's
nuts.
Right.
Hamstrung.
That's right.
No. Dance, folks.
Yes.
There's nothing more invigorating than dancing.
That's right.
You know what?
Let's dance the night away, ladies.
If you're sick, don't hug people.
Right.
Keep your distance.
Right.
But if you're not, go up and hug everybody. Go dancing with them. Do whatever.
That's right.
And remember this. If a cop wants to arrest me for dancing, I hope all of my friends come up there and just start raising hell.
And Mr. Copper, if you're going to arrest me, don't arrest the two ladies. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't know. It gets to me that they have that kind of power.
Right.
And people think that it's okay. People are like, well, they're trying to save it. Save us? Really save us? People don't have enough common sense. We have to have a nanny state where the government is telling us, I can't dance. You can't go to church.
You can't walk.
And magically.
And you can't talk because I'm doing all the talking for you because I'm your parent.
You want to go to D.C.? Go into Walmart.
Yeah.
I bet you can dance in there.
Yeah.
You want to make, because.
Big Daddy government.
Walmart, miraculously, is completely sterile.
It's unbelievable. The ghost moved through the room.
I'm telling you.
Without touching a thing.
So we're talking about superpowers, right? I want to talk about this. Look at this. This is 8 real, amazing animal superpowers. You want to talk about this?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. Meet the nature's own Justice League. Number 1, sharks can sense the Earth's magnetic field.
Ooh.
Now, that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
It's like, what's the coolest thing that you ever saw anybody do in a show?
In a show?
Yeah, that kind of reminds you of this. Anything? Bueller.
Yeah.
Who was it? Is it Mr. Boston that can do that?
Magneto?
Oh, well, Magneto just pulls on iron and stuff, but use the Earth's magnetic field and stuff, okay? But sharks literally can do it in real life. You know what I'm saying? That is cool, don't you think?
That is cool.
Okay. Number 2, bats are born with complex knowledge of physics. How do they know that? You know what I'm saying?
I know. They could be back crazy to believe that.
Everybody knows bats use echolocation to find their prey. They send out sound waves and detect insects and other animals based on reflections of sound. Now, you know what's really cool? I watched this blind guy the other day, and it's actually a documentary. This guy goes around and goes, and he does the same thing, this echolocation. So what they did is they took this blind guy out to this back of this home with a patio pool,
Right.
and they had him do his echolocation, and then he came back and they had him draw it. And it was almost identical to what he was just walking in.
That's weird.
And that's awesome.
It's weirdly awesome, but...
Well, I mean, just think, I think that we actually have a lot of these abilities, but we're so dumbed down, and the third eye isn't open anymore, so we're not sensitive to the types of things that we can actually do.
Eyesore.
Yeah, sea cucumbers can liquefy and solidify their bodies. Now, I know I've seen that before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where somebody can
aquarium.
Just, yeah. What person could do that?
No, I can't.
Could Aquaman do that?
Probably.
Turn into water and then turn back into human?
Yeah.
How does a guy like you compete with Jason Momoa?
I have no competition because he's got me beat.
Hairy frogs break and eject their bones to create claws. What do you think of that?
Wow.
Any animal that can break its own bones and do something constructive like make claws, that's actually kind of scary. Like, we're talking prehistoric. If there was going to be an animal that was a criminal, it'd be him.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Imagine, you could actually write a cartoon about this. Imagine a hairy frog that, mutates and breaks its own bones to create a claw.
Right.
You know where I'm going with this?
Trogger.
Imagine what Pixar could do with that.
Be like a half troll, half frog. Trogger. Kids, get the video game in stores soon.
Mantis shrimp's punch hits as hard as a bullet. How hard do you think you hit?
I think I hit pretty hard. I used to hit pretty hard. One hit and usually down.
Were you one of those guys that played the boxing game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the bar.
Yeah, and spun around and fell on the floor while you're laughing and, just
I did. When I first did it, I almost did.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your score on it?
Oh, God, I can't remember.
Was it like an 840, 860?
It's something like that. It was real low, and then I was disappointed. I'm like...
Audrey says sounds like Wolverine to me, and she's right.
It does.
The frog?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
But a mantis shrimp's punch hits hard as a bullet. Just to imagine weight for weight. And talk about physics for a second. Can you imagine being underwater and having enough strength to punch like they do? You ever tried to punch underwater?
Yeah.
Well, you usually don't go underwater, but you know what I'm saying.
Right. But I've been under a swimming pool.
Right. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah. Matt Finn said Pope went mutant. I mean, Pepe went mutant. Mutant.
Okay, now we have the nemesis for the frog that breaks its bones to make, I'm going to call them talons. A dragon millipede spits cyanide. This is all real stuff. Okay, listen to this. The dragon millipede is a pretty pink in color and kind of smells like almonds. If you find one, though, don't touch it. This thing is death itself, just with a nice bow on top. Kind of sounds like my ex-wife.
Right.
But instead of fire, this dragon breathes clouds of pure hydrogen cyanide. In case you don't know what that is, let's just say it's the most toxic substance on the planet. That pink coloring is actually a natural warning signs. The millipedes are basically saying, just try eating me. I dare you. They are so toxic that one can kill 18 pigeon-sized birds. And that's pretty good for an inch-long millipede. Now, okay, imagine this now for a second. Producers, Rodney Lee Conover, calling Rodney Lee Conover, frog, mutant frog, bone-breaking talon maker, versus Gred.